see. Alex, Florida, you're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hello, Andrew. How you doing? I'm proud independent, proud progressive, and I get what you're saying about Lowe's. I understand that notion that, if a company wants to advertise, that's their right. That's fine with me. But do you really think all progressives are communists? Do you really think that?
Where do most progressives get their ideas from? The Constitution or the Communist Manifesto?
Seems like both.
Give me one of yours that comes straight from the Constitution, for better or for worse.
Free speech. I don't like Glenn Beck. I used to listen to him. I don't like him anymore. I even called into a show one day. And so, I have free speech. I agree that if you don't want to listen to him, you don't have to. Government shouldn't shut you down because I don't like the FCC. So that's one way I get from the Constitution. But
now give me something that you believe in, but for better or for worse, you say, hey, I wish it could be this way, but the Constitution says no way, no how.
Let's see here. I'd like gay marriage to be legalized in this country federally. But unfortunately, due to the DOMA, we can't have it.
No, see, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see, I'm not a supporter of gay marriage, but I can find nowhere in the Constitution that the federal government can say anything about marriage. Therefore, the 10th Amendment kicks in, and it's up to the states to decide their marriage laws.
So you're saying because of the 10th Amendment, there's no chance that gay marriage will be legalized federally in this country. Only the states can legalize it.
That's correct. Read the 10th Amendment.
I've read it.
Okay, so where would the federal authority come from to have a say-so in marriage one way or the other, regardless of what I think?
All right, I see where you're coming from on that. I understand. That'll never happen. That part I get.
That's not the point. That sometimes there are beliefs that I hold dearly, and when I look at the Constitution, the only voice I have on the marriage debate is in my home state of New Jersey, where I reside now. I can't tell California what they can and cannot do with their marriage laws because the federal government has no authority. Just as if people in Colorado want to smoke marijuana for recreational purposes, I can't find anything in the Constitution that says the federal government can dictate to the governor and state legislature of Colorado that they can't legalize marijuana. And I don't smoke marijuana, and I have no intention to smoke marijuana.
I don't smoke it either, and I think it should be legalized. I think more states should do so. God bless them. They should do that.
Okay, but when we get down to most of the beliefs held by progressives, you find them more akin to the 10 pillars of communism than you do to the Bill of Rights.
Okay. Look, I'm a progressive. Most of my positions are liberal, but I'm saying I'm not a communist. I think I'm more a center-left guy, like a Dennis Kucinich, like a Bernie Sanders. And he is a socialist. He'll tell you that.
But where would you find any mention, anything that relates to socialism in the United States Constitution?
Well, we don't. I wish we did for some reason.
So, okay. But in the end, people like Bernie Sanders don't care what the Constitution says. He wants the government to socialize wealth, to socialize income, to socialize property, to take from one person to give to another person. Medicine is a piece of property. It's not the public's.
Do you think we have a health care problem in this country? Because I think we do. Regardless
of the problem does not beget new government powers. Because there's a problem with, let's say, 45 million uninsured, that is not a trigger of a new government power at the federal level. Where would you even find that in the Constitution? That if there's a school district that can't afford its school lunch program, that all of a sudden the federal government has the authority to tax people out of that community for the purpose of funding a lunch program inside that community. It doesn't exist.
If we somehow, if the court got rid of the health care law, then what should we do as a country to fix the problem? If it gets thrown out, what are we going to do? I want to know.
It is up to the states at that point. There is no authority of the federal government in the healthcare system. It doesn't exist. It does not reside in the Constitution. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
If it does, tell me where it does.
All right. You're right. It doesn't.
Thank you very much for the call. Have a nice day.